And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, and stuff like that. So and prop firm trading. Don't forget that. We're going to get into the risk disclaimer real quick because it's required by law in my country, which is the United States, and this is how this goes. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I'm also involved with a trading challenge with Audacity Capital at this time. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And after that, we get into the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Please, before trading Forex, carefully consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So what that means is that if you're new to Forex and you're going to borrow money from your family or use money for that you would use for rent to trade, do not do that because you will lose it and then you'll be living on the outside. So don't do that. It is very speculative. It is, if you don't know what you're doing, there's a high degree of risk. So that's why I make these videos, is to show you that I do know what I'm doing sometimes. And even if you do know what you're doing, you can still lose a lot of money. For example, let's take a look right here. See if I'm still logged in. I may need to log in again. I am still logged in. No, I'm not. Oh, how about that? Well, that's not it. Put in that email and this passcode. And let's log in again. We have, you guessed it, we have the challenge. And look at that. We're down yesterday, $82 is what it said. We're down more than that. Inactive challenges. This is the cup. Failed. I failed it yesterday. I went over my daily loss limit of 6%, I think. So I dropped more than 6%, therefore I lose, and that's it. So that's done with that one. So let's go back to the one that is active. Let's go to the upcoming competition. I don't have any upcoming competitions. Let's see if they can let me in the next one. I'll go back to here, and we'll see how we're doing on the active. And it looks like we're down $272 on that, which is, and I almost blew it out yesterday with my daily max daily loss. Let's see what happened yesterday to make all that happen. So first, let's get into the DXY. Again, not my favorite barometer for what the dollar's doing. However, it's the only one we've got to work with. So here we have the DXY. Looks like we're got a lot of downward pressure today. Not a lot of downward pressure, but just enough. We'll call that, come back to our risk thingy over here, bearish normal, that's still there, and last candle is trending. So next is the EU, the euro versus the dollar, the American dollar, and it is sideways. I'm going to call that sideways. It's not bearish at all. It's kept, it's range bound, and 117.58 is its top. It's not going anywhere above that. So we're going to call that sideways. Sideways quiet. It's just not going anywhere. UJ, let's go to the UJ next. The last candle was sideways. Dollar versus the yen. I have just closed out a trade here. I started around 147.05, I think. So I got a few pips in, about 30 pips in before it closed out at 146.70 after I adjusted my stop losses. So, and it is hard up against this this base down here at 146.62 thereabouts. 146.60 is what I saw on another chart. So it does not want to go anywhere near 146.60 for some reason. And there's a 50 to 70% chance that the BOJ is going to raise rates on October the 30th, 31st, in that ballpark, around midnight. So it's, who knows what day it's going to be. So we should see a lot more downward pressure on that, but we're not. So we're going to keep our eyes open for something else. Oh, wait a minute, let's see what we're doing on this. This is called bearish. We call it bearish normal, since it decided to stop. And less candles trading. Did not put in my ATRs, not that ready to trade yet. I'm also pulling back to 1% risk on all accounts. After blowing out my account yesterday, I don't want to do that again. So, I don't want that screen yet. Let's go to this one. The pound versus the dollar, same scenario as the euro, not really going anywhere. We're going to call that sideways quiet, even though it's ranging in the top of the Bollinger Bands. These Bollinger Bands are awfully tight. So we're going to call that. Don't have any choice because the Bollinger Bands have shrunk so much. Sideways volatile, going to go sideways quiet. Because they're trying to sit back and see what the U.S. is going to do, I guess. And then we also have NFP numbers tomorrow. They're expected to be a loss based on the ADP numbers. So that's not going to work. Let's get to the JG now. Yeah, hold on for just a second. Okay, Henry and I are back now. He's right here. Let's see. Where do we leave off? The GJ. GJ is right there. Now the pound versus the yen is a different relationship than the dollar versus the yen, and it is pick up pace again, just since in that little break, and it's a much longer relationship, and this can go a lot deeper. It's already broken the support trend line. For our support trend line, we've got change of character right there. We should be good to have a good solid run on that. And go back to here to our trading platform, and we are in and profitable on that. And I will put a stop loss on that as soon as that happens, even though it pulled back really, really hard yesterday. So I may want to tighten up that stop loss a little bit. Stop loss is set, I've got about a 40 pip stop loss on the GJ, which is at 1% of the account. I'm still very, very leery after blowing that account yesterday. I expected to be in the in that trading competition longer than a few hours, but what happened was I looked at the leaderboard and noticed that some people had gone in and had made $20,000 in their account in the first 9 hours or so. They were trading gold. And when I looked at the afternoon, completely different people were in the top of the leaderboard because they had probably blown their accounts too. Because if you make $20,000 on a $120,000 account, you're risking just about the whole account. So that's a lot to put in there, and if you blew the account, then you blew it. So I did, but for different reasons. So my daily loss, I had a couple trends that were profitable. They bounced the wrong way, lightning fast. So fast I couldn't stop it or just have any say so about it, and it just kept going. So we'll see what the GJ does right now. Shorten the GJ. That ought to be fun. It is, we'll call that, I'm going to call it volatile. Seems normal to me. Bearish normal. It's not quite raging like it was yesterday, so we'll call it bearish normal, which has me leery because there's usually a pullback on that from bearish normal. Canadian. See what's going on with the loonie. Dollar versus the loonie. Unpause it. Okay, good. That is still quiet. That is still sideways quiet. That's not going anywhere. At least not right now. Sideways quiet. Last one is sideways. Bullish normal. And let's see what the Aussie's doing. Aussie is with the wrong screen. It's over here. It's right here. Oops, that's not. Aussie's right here, and Aussie again sideways. Everybody's sitting back wondering what NFPs are going to be like tomorrow. This one is not affected by the NFPs. I'm going to pull that stop loss in a little bit. 27.77, 5 pips. That isn't going to last long if it doesn't keep going. But at any rate, I'm erring to the side of caution these days on that, which is probably too cautious, but you know, hey, we'll see what happens. Close that window out. Aussie is sideways. Our little currency chart we've made is also sideways. Not bullish normal anymore, it's sideways quiet. Everything's sideways right now. So it's Thursday, we're not really expecting a whole lot to happen. Let's get to gold next. I do not need to have him drinking out of my cup, because he won't be around with us much longer. It's almost sideways, sideways volatile. But because we've got a doji right down here, I'm going to call it bearish normal. Ow, Henry, that's loud. I'm sorry, bullish normal. And the last candle was trending. Silver, see what silver's doing. So I'm going to go in on silver. I'd like to see a strong gold. On gold, I'd like to see a strong silver too. Silver's just doing sideways. So we're going to go sideways on that. 2. Sideways quiet. Yeah, sideways. Okay. So that's what we've got for the charts today. Not a whole lot going on. It is Thursday, Fed Watch. We're now looking at a near 100% chance of a 25 basis point cut. Oh, it went back. We had 1% chance of a 50% cut. Now we're looking at a 1% chance of holding. So could be holding, could have 98% basis cut. I just about guarantee that the GDP numbers that come out on the 30th, which GDP numbers come out the day after the rate hike decision. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Let's see how that goes. It's cold. As you'll notice, I'm also wearing a sweater today because it's got a little chilly overnight. So it looks like we've got a trade going on here. It's very nice. I like it. And I'd like to get that number back up to 15,000. And I'll be trading the after the NFP numbers come out tomorrow. I'm not going to trade the NFP numbers. That's just suicide for small traders like me. Big traders, for big institutional trader, maybe not. Maybe you guys can pull it off. I'm not going to. But at any rate, that's what we've got today. If you like this video, then by all means like it. If you have any comments, and then I'm all ears. Comment, tell me what you think about the video and the channel. If you like if you like to get updates, subscribe to the channel, and we'll get you'll be notified of whenever I do anything different. So in the meantime, you guys have a great one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.